Yeah, Dylan, with you playing multiple positions, I'm just curious. Obviously, it's something that started midway through the season or during camp. I'm wondering if you've seen an increase in maybe busted assignments, or if you've managed to go through the transition of playing both without those, and if so, what's been the key to learning both spots?
I say I'm gonna be honest. I have like busted some things at practice, cause it's kind of a lot to handle learning like both positions. But at the end of the week, I get the plays down by studying it during my free time or with the coaches or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of guys have alluded to you splitting time at running back and receiver during practices. What does a typical day look like for you? How much time do you spend at running back and receiver at practice, in the meetings? What does a typical day look like during the week for you?
I spend most of my time with the receivers, but at practice it's kind of 50-50, or like 60-40. I do time with the receivers and at running back, but yeah, I say that.
Dylan, you guys got Ladd back last week. Just how big do you feel like that was to have him back out there, and how do you feel like he did in his first game back?
It was always great to have Ladd back out there. He's one of the most veteran guys on that team, and his leadership being out there, it's just like, it's like great to have him back. We all smiling when he making clutch plays on the third down. So that's one of the things that just made a lot of us just like, all smiles at the end of the day.
Your skills at running back are evident, and you can see that you're very natural at the position. Is there any part of you that would lobby, to go there full time just to be able to focus on it, or where do you fall on, because you did this in high school. I came here as a receiver. I intend to be a receiver. Where do you fall on that? How are you processing it?
To be honest, I really don't know. I love receiver. I love running back. I feel like that decision will come due time, but for right now, I really don't know, to be honest. So
will you make it, or will it be made for you, do you think, ultimately?
50-50, I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as an offensive guy, especially with the slow starts you guys have had this year, is there, from your perspective, maybe a want to get the ball first, just try to go out there and set the tone and sort of quiet the idea that you guys aren't able to score quickly on those opening drives?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, just, as an offensive guy, you may be wanting to get the ball first to start the game, given the slow starts that you guys have had this year, sort of quiet the idea that you guys are a slow starting team.
I just feel like we just got to execute our plays and limit the mistakes that we're doing throughout the games. Cause I feel like last couple of times, we've been having mistakes that's prevented us from scoring the first play of the drive or whatever. So I just say that.
I know Chip asked you about the decision to maybe stick at one permanently, but there's guys in the league like Deebo Samuel that are doing both. Have you thought about maybe a dual role on the next level? Because that's what the decision's for.
Most definitely, that's something I would love to pursue. The Deebo role, Tom Montgomery, Cordell Patterson, guys like that.
You clearly studied it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, yes sir.
It might seem like an obvious question, but how much has the experience playing running back and quarterback in high school helped you now? Has it helped, or you had to relearn a lot of the stuff once you were a full-time receiver for you?
It helped a lot. I don't know how the role would be if I didn't do that in high school, but since that, it gives me a lot of confidence in playing that position now.
Dylan, I feel like it's been a few weeks since we've talked to you, but how do you feel like you've come along and progressed in balancing this? How much more comfortable do you feel doing this, say, compared to week 1, week 2 of this season?
I feel like as I do the role a lot more, my confidence just get higher and higher every time, especially with them helping me every day at practice, make sure I know the plays. And as I keep doing the plays, I just get more confident because I know it quickly. So.
Yeah, your wide receivers coach, Brian McClendon, coached Deebo Samuel in college. Has he talked with you at all about how Deebo was able to do what he both did then and is now obviously doing in the NFL to sort of help you with the adjustments you have to make?
He'll show some clips doing the receiver meetings. I talked to him a lot about how Deebo was. He showed me some. I had a meeting with him and whatnot. But yeah, I want to meet Deebo one day. I'm going to ask him that and see what he says. But he has talked to me about Deebo before, how his practice habits was when he was at South Carolina.
Dylan, what stands out to you about the secondary you guys are about to go up against? What do you feel like are the strengths that you guys are going to see on Saturday?
It's a great physical team, you know. That team, they're 5-0 for a reason, you know. I feel like their defense is there's something, you know. That's something that you got to take serious on the next level. So, yeah.
I guess 2 undefeated teams, a night game, Sanford Stadium, all that. Is there some excitement in the locker room about what you guys are getting ready to get into?
Oh, yes, sir. It's going to be a lot of excitement, you know, especially from last year. They're a very physical team, and we just want to get the job done at the end of the day.
Any other questions for Dillon? All right, Dillon, thank